Hi, Stacy with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy what you see, and that if you do, please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you're returning, thank you so much. I'm glad to be spending another week with you. Today I have a few whips to go over, a little bit of haul, and an FFO, and I teased it on my Instagram page earlier in the week when I finished it. So if you've seen it on the Instagram page, you'll know maybe what I'm talking about. Anyways, we'll get to it. I hope you all had a great week. I had a busy week. I am the registrar for a camp, and I had to open up our summer camp registration, which meant another week, 3 days during the week of getting up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning and being at work by 6:30 in the morning so that I could be ready when registration opened at 7. But that meant I got off a little bit early, and by Thursday I was able to come in and complete my little FFO that I will show you. So I was quite excited about that. Got a little bit of stitching in. I didn't stitch on a whole bunch of different pieces. I focused a couple of stitchy sessions on I think I did 2 pieces a few times. I mean, I've got 5 or 6 things here, but I focused a couple of stitchy sessions on mainly 2 pieces. So we'll take a look at those. I think that's it for intro. Let's go ahead and jump right in with my whips. So I pulled out this one. I haven't worked on it in a while, and it's very close to a finish, so I thought maybe I could push through the next couple weeks and get it finished. But it's Summer Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. I really like it. Patriotic, a horse, a sheep. Really cute. I am stitching this on not the called for. The called for is 36 count vintage beeswax, and I wanted to use something I had in my stash, so I'm doing 36 count flax linen. And you know, it's okay. I'm happy with it, but what I'm noticing is that my horse, the color for the horse is grits. Weeks Dye Works grits, and it's not showing up real well. You can kind of see it. Almost looks like it's a ghost horse, but you can kind of see it, and I made the decision not to pull it out because it was a lot of stitching. A lot of hours had already gone in when I discovered it. I think I was halfway done with the back end of the horse, and I thought, I'm not pulling it out. Maybe with there being a whole bunch of it, it will pop off. I may actually go in, now that I'm looking at it through the camera, I might do a light colored back stitch around it. Maybe that would make it pop a little bit. I might have to play with that. But this is my progress. I did a little bit more on the horse. So I added the 3 hooves, and I added most of this right up and through here. So the top, you know, the base of its mane, and started working down on the muzzle right here. But this is where I'm at with it. I'm using all the called for flosses, and these are they. So just really pretty natural colors. You've got this really pretty blue-green in here. What color is that? Teal frost. And that's the blue. Really pretty. So I put in a little bit of time on that. If I can get that horse done, I think it'll be clear sailing to the end. So, and then I've got another special delivery one with a a horse. I think I've got 1 or 2 more that are in the wings waiting to get started. I worked on this one a couple of nights. When I get up as early as I got up this week and had to be at work that early, by the time I get home, my eyes are tired, my head hurts. But I wanted to stitch. So I pulled out, and even though this is tiny, it's 40 count cafe au lait. I thought I can stitch this. It's just fill-in, and that's what I did for a couple of nights. This is the Butterfly Cloche by Hello from Liz Mathews. And I have been focusing on the part that looks like the least amount of fun to me, which is the bottom. And the banner has taken a hot minute to get finished, but I got it finished. And then I had to take out the black on this side and restitch the black because I was off by a row. But this is what I got done. So I finished filling in. The white is very similar. I think it's DMC 3865, that bright white. And at first I thought, oh, it might not show up, but it actually does show up. You can see it. So the base is done. I finished that. I redid, it's this side. I redid the base and I started working up the side of the cloche. And then I started on the flowers or the greenery, which was really fun. I kind of stayed up a little bit later just to get those few stitches in because I had been working on this for such a long time already. I wanted to feel like I was making some real progress. So I worked on that. It's going to be close on this side. I know. I think I can finish it myself. But I think I'll be okay. I don't want a big fabric border between the piece and the edge of the frame. So I think it will be okay. And again, this is Cafe au Lait, 40 count Cafe au Lait Sand Linen by Zweigart. And I'm stitching this 1 over 2. I moved along a little bit on Dreaming of Poppies. I added a few stitches into that. This is that beautiful chart by Rosewood Manor. I started down here, and if you have been with me, you'll remember that I restarted it because I didn't allow enough space to get fully across. I'll be lying if I said I'm panicking a little bit because I think I might start working across this way now just to make sure that by the time I get over here, I have enough on the other end. So I put a few stitches in on this. I'm using all of the called for DMC, stitching this on 32 count Winter Moon by Zweigart. And this is my progress. So I finished the inside of the poppy and I added the greenery. Taking my time with the greenery, it's pretty intense. You can see right here several colors. This chart is big on shading, so I wanted to take my time and make sure that I'm counting correctly and just make sure that it's done right, so I don't have to rip it out a million times. And then these are all of the called for. It's a mess, but I know you all know what that's like. The more I'm stitching with my my flosses on bobbins, the more I'm not sure that's the right solution for me. I really like the idea of the floss drops. It's so much easier to pull out a ring and, like with the weeks, is this one? With the ones that are already carded, no. The ones that are already carded, like the Weeks Dye Works or the Classic Colorworks, they hang so much nicer off of the loop, and that's easier to work around. I'm just not sure that this is where, you know, how I want to, you know, continue working with them. Some of these skeins I did not put on a floss drop because, or a bobbin, because these are the second, like the backup skein that I have. I didn't want to pull out a skein from another project, so I just stuck it on a ring, and I'm working from it this way. I get a little frustrated with it. I like them on the bobbins for storage, but I don't want to have to put them back on the bobbin every time I'm done with the project. So I'm still thinking about that. I'm not sure what's going to happen, or, you know, how that's going to work out, but that's my my thought on that. The more that I work with my DMCs, that's just, excuse me, that's just kind of what I've been noticing. Also could have been irritating because I was extremely tired this week, but whatever. Next, I worked quite a bit on Winter Garden by Hello by Liz Mathews. I am really enjoying this one. I'm enjoying her pieces actually quite a bit. They're fairly detailed, but I'm enjoying them. I'm having fun. I'm stitching this on 28 count Witchelt linen in artichoke. So it's a tan linen, but it's got a little tiny hint of green, but not bad. It's not, it doesn't distract from the, or detract from the colors at all. And I worked on the design. So I feel like this is making quite a bit of progress. So I think last week I had the flowers done, and then this week I added one leaf and the 3 butterflies and the bird, and that I started working on that starburst at the top. I think it's going to be really pretty. I'm using the called for DMC conversion. So I think it's brighter than what it would have been in the, I think she's doing silk, but I don't want to start the silk because then I'm going to be stuck with buying the silk, all of the silks. I'm still buying all of the patterns. I can't, I can't do both. I am stitching this 2 threads over 2. The one thing, I cut my fabric down, and in hindsight, I wish that I hadn't done that because it's fraying pretty severely at the top. So I'm considering my options. I know I can tape it. I know I don't have a serger, so sewing it, I think, would be difficult. I don't know if a zigzag stitch would work. The thing about sewing the edges of my fabrics, my sewing machine, I have to pull it out every time I want to use it. It's not here in my craft room, it's in the house. And it's a lot. I mean, it's not a lot, but it takes, you know, to pull it out to stitch one little thing. I have to really be in the mood. And I guess I haven't been in the mood. I have, I had done by Brenda Gervais, her Easter booklet, Jelly Bean Jubilee. So I think I showed that on one of my first videos with my whip, or my finish, on my finishes. But they're not fully finished. I want to make them into pillows. So last week I pulled out fabrics for each of the pillow. They're all going to have different brightly colored fabrics on the back. I kind of thought, oh, kind of like Easter eggs. So I'd like to finish those, a variety of different trims, and it's sitting in a tray in my house because I haven't pulled out the cutting mat to cut them down yet. I haven't pulled out the sewing machine to stitch them up yet. Not that any of that takes a ton of time, but it takes it takes effort, and I have to be in the mood, and I just quite haven't been in the mood. I'm almost thinking I need to figure out a couple of more finishes that I want to do on the sewing machine so I can get multiple done at a time. Like I did my Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, and some patriotic pillow finishes a while ago. And it was nice to have those 3 pattern books completely finished. So maybe that's what I'm waiting for. I don't know. But I've got it partially kitted, I guess, to be finished. So I will get it done before the before Easter, that's for sure. Next, I worked on the More Chocolate Bunnies Sal. Did not get as far on this as I had envisioned that I would. I worked on this a little bit last night, and I was working on Life Needs in the white. And I had to take out my stitches a couple of times because I did not like the way that they were laying down. I struggled with it so much. But it's okay. I am stitching this with the called for DMCs on 36 count flax linen. And I almost got done, and then I looked at the clock and I thought, oh, I need to put it away. This is not the called for fabric. I just, again, picked something from my stash. I feel, even though my husband says, you know, yeah, no, I can read that word. It says more. I think I'm going to fill it in with something, and I haven't decided if I'm going to try to find a lighter shade of pink. I might do that. Or if I'm going to use the blue that makes the shadow on the white words, or if I'm going to use the brown, because the pink and the brown would look nice too. So I'm kind of debating what I want to do with that, but I think I'm going to fill in the word more, just because to me it's a little difficult to read. I mean, you can see it, but I don't know. It's my thought. The finishing piece appeared on Chantel from 141 Design, her website, and it's cute. I do like it. I am not sure that that's the way that I'm going to go. I have been kind of vacillating between a pillow finish, a framed finish, and now I'm onto a flat fold. I haven't done one of those yet, and I thought maybe this would be the perfect piece, and then I could prop it up on a shelf, or in the bathroom on a shelf, or the top of the toilet, or, you know, something like that. So I'm still deciding on my finish. I still have a little bit of time. But I don't know that I'm going to finish it on the Chantel piece. And then these are the called for DMCs. I think one time I thought I switched out the greens, but I really didn't. So I think it's working up really nicely. I'm happy with it. I'm having fun with it. I am going to use, it came with the little buttons for the bunny tails, and I am going to use the buttons. This would be really cute on a block finish too. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So I put in a little time on that. My last whip is a year of celebrations, and I am working on April. And I changed the colors. I wasn't sure I was going to like the yellow and the pink together, so I changed it all together, and I'm liking the way it's turning out. I'm actually really liking it. I'm stitching this on 36 count? 32 count Desert Opalescent Lugana. So all of these pieces have a little bit of shimmer to them. But this is how far I got. So I was able to do the flowers and the pink border, and I started in on the umbrella, and I did the word April and grow. So it's coming along. I'm really glad. At first, when I started stitching with the pink, I thought, did I make the right choice? But now that I've got the greens in there and the pinks, you know, kind of done. I love it. I do love it. So I'm just kind of making this one my own. We've talked about before how I kind of struggle with that a little bit, so it's kind of nice to free up my creativity and pick my own flosses when I want to on this piece. Oops, my needle miner is sticking to my tray. So that's coming along. I enjoy stitching on this one on the weekend, so I'm probably going to be done with the April by maybe by next week. We'll see. So that's it for my whips. Like I said, not a whole lot of variety because I worked a couple of nights on the butterfly cloche and a couple of nights on the winter garden. So that's it. I did do a new start. You know, I go back and forth and I think if I could just finish some of these whips, that would be great. I could put the floss back into my inventory and I can kit up new projects and not have to hunt down flosses or feel like I need to buy a duplicate DMC. And what do? I start a new start. I've had this for a while. Excuse me. I've had this one kitted for a while and I just wanted something springy and bright and fun. And so I started a basket of cherries by Blackbird Design. I know that this one comes, has several that you can, stitch and put together. I'm just thinking I'm stitching this one. Bluebirds, cherries, all my favorite colors. So I started that. I am stitching this one on a mystery linen. No, not a mystery linen. Lamb's wool linen, 40 count. I'm stitching it 1/2, and this is my start. I could not put this one down. I had to restitch this little basket. I was off on my counting when I started it. I had done the pink flower and the green before I started the basket, and I just miscounted. So it's going to be cute and petite and little, and I love it. This is one I also couldn't put down, so I a couple of times I sat down, I picked this one up, and I had to make myself put it down so I could work on something else, so I'd have something to talk to you about today. Called for flosses. You see, this is what I was talking about earlier. These are on their tags, which is like a floss drop, and these are hanging so much nicer, less bulky at the top, easier to find the flosses that you want. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my DMCs when I stitch with a whole ring of DMCs. I don't want to be transferring things back and forth. I feel like that might be a waste of time. I don't want to not store my DMCs on their floss bobbins because it saves space. But who knows where I'll wind up actually. But yeah, so these are all the called for flosses. It took me a while to find all of these. I think I started kitting this up early 2021. No. Yes, early to mid. Maybe this one around a year ago, maybe actually. I started kitting it up, but I couldn't find some of the flosses. They were out for a really long time. And I wanted to use all of the called for flosses. And that's what I did. It took me a while to find them all. I found them all, and then I finally decided to start it. So that was my new start. Haul. I was watching Tiger Lily Designs one morning, getting ready, and she is on a kick. She's very cute. She was on a kick with her Sue Bonnet. So the Sue Bonnet in the quilts designs, the little girls with the dresses and the little bonnet. So she has done a variety of things with Sue Bonnet. And then she decided that she was going to do a free cross stitch pattern, Sue Bonnet. So I'm not going to show the pattern even though it's free. Go to her website. You can find it. But this is a picture of the stitch that she designed. and she's put it up for free on her website. She is going to do a finish with it. I measured it out, and she's doing it on 16 count linen, no, Aida. So I figured it out on 16 count Aida. I think it's going to be like a 2x3. 16 count and 20 or 22 count, it's about a 2x3 finish. And then she was talking about finishing it into a needle book. So I loved that idea. I've not made a needle book for myself yet, so I thought, okay, let's try it. I liked the design of hers. The inside has a pocket, and she said that the Peacemaker needles can, a packet of Peacemaker needles can fit in the front of the book, and so I just thought I would try it. The only thing is I think I'm going to change. I don't have the Aurifil. She used all Aurifil floss. I don't have any Aurifil. So I am going to probably go DMC. I might pick one of my other flosses, my hand-dyed flosses, but right now I'm thinking DMC. And I'm thinking about the fabrics that I have and what I want the finish to look like. And then the colors I'll pick based on that. But I'm leaning towards 995, which is this really bright, vibrant, I don't even know what color blue it is. It's like an electric blue. It's beautiful. I don't even think it's going to show up very well on the video, but it's beautiful. And then there's a lighter shade of it. Let's see if I can find it here. 996. I'd like to use one of these, or both, in the design somewhere, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be her dress, her bonnet, her shoes, the watering can, flowers. I'm not sure, but I would like to use these two colors. So we'll see. If not, I'll find something else. But she also labeled this Sue Bonnet Spring. So I'm wondering if she's going to come out with a fall and a winter and a summer. And if she does, that would be really fun to have like a little needle book for all of the 4 seasons, if she does that. She didn't hint either way. She didn't make a comment on it at all. But I'm anxiously awaiting for her to do her video. She said that she's going to do a video and film it to show everybody how you do it. And I'm just waiting. So I'm going to try to kit this up this weekend and then start stitching on it so that I'm ready when she is doing her needle book. I am going to use the Aida just because Aida's a little bit stiffer, and I'm thinking it will be a nice support for the needle book, at least the front of it. It would give it some stability and some stiffness. So I am going to use Aida for that one. Haul. My Classic Colorworks Floss Fix came in, and the colors are, this is through Fat Quarter Shop. It's a club, and the March 2023 is Baby Chick, Baking Tin, Balsam Fir, Bambino, Bamboo, and Bandana. So, Baby Chick, very, very pale yellow. Really pale yellow. I don't even know if you can see that very well. Very light. Baking Tin. Beautiful gray, just like a baking tin. Balsam, oh, if you heard that, sorry, my pile fell on the floor. Balsam Fir, really nice dark green. Bambino, a nice variegated between lavenders and peach and a little bit of pink in there. Yeah, the glare is not great. I am so sorry. I gotta figure out my lighting. Really nice. And then bamboo. We all probably know what bamboo is. It's the light, not quite white, not quite beige, just a real pretty, creamy beige color. And then bandana, another really nice deep red. A little bit of variegation. Really pretty. So that came. And then I ordered some pins for my pincushion. I've been eyeballing these pins in a variety of different manufacturers and different styles for a while. And I've often wondered, can I make those? I don't know. They are so cute. I ordered my pins. I ordered 3 sets, and they came from Cherry Chick Biz. So it's I'm sorry, Cherry Chick. Website is www.cherrychick.biz. B-I-Z. And this is her card. And look, she sent it with a little freebie in the spool of thread. Super cute. You can kind of see. Just a really cute little freebie. But her packaging is so cute. So I ordered this set. I mean, look, they're flowers and they're on flower stems. And the pin is the flower stem. Just so cute. And then I ordered daffodils. These are frosted. The other ones had some iridescent to it. These are frosted. Really, really cute. And then I ordered these pink ones. Different shades of pink. More solid than clear. And I just thought they would be really, really cute in my pincushion. Let me show you my pincushion. Just give me a second. Put some of these in there. These were really reasonably priced, I thought. So I enjoyed purchasing them. I will probably purchase from her again. Even if I decide to try to make some of these at some point, I'm still probably going to buy from other people because I don't know that I want to make all of the different styles that they have. I mean, some of them they use the clay. So I don't know. We'll see. Dreams, you can have them. Anyway, so my pincushion. This is my pincushion. I don't know if you can see it real well. A little bit better. So my Dachshund pincushion. I bought this planter at Hobby Lobby. Look at how cute it is with the pins on the top. It is so cute. This is Chelsea's Checks fabric, and I had some pink pom-pom trim. So I watched a Lori Holt video where she made vintage pincushions. I'm sorry, pincushions out of vintage finds. So vintage planters, play kitchen stuff. She even used a play, like a doll chair, an antique head vase, things like that. I got so much of that stuff lying around. And then this one's not vintage, it's new. But I thought, oh, I've been wondering, and I had just thought, when I watched that video, I had just thought like a day or two before, what am I going to put in here? And I decided that it needed to be a pincushion. So I sat down and I did the pincushion, and then I struggled a bit with the hot gluing of everything in because the hot glue doesn't really stick. So if I had to do it again, I might use a different kind of glue, although it's doing a fairly decent job right now of sticking. So maybe I did okay after all. But that's the top. So all I did was take my fabric and I cut it maybe 3 inches around the length and the width of this. So when I put this down inside, I cut the fabric around so I had enough to gather it and it would fit long ways. It's not round, so I had to kind of manipulate it to be, to fit into the back of the dog. And so I did that, and then I hot glued it into the planter. And then I went through and I hot glued the trim, and that took a minute. It wasn't neat and tidy because I used hot glue. But I think I liked the hot glue because I could, if I made a mistake and I needed to move it, I could peel it off of the ceramic and I could reposition it and reglue it, and it was fine. So it took me a little bit, but I got it done, and for my first one, I don't think it's too bad. I think it's pretty cute, and I love, love, love the pins in it. I mean, that's why I bought the pins. I had to have something in there, and it had to be cute. And I don't know how to make these yet, so I couldn't make them. But anyways, and my dog Pincushion. Very addicting, strangely addicting to making these. So I might have to, when I'm out shopping in antique stores, I might have to keep my eyes open and look for some other cute things that I can make a pincushion. And then I'll just have them everywhere. I'll have them next to my stitchy chair. I'll have them in my office. I'll have them maybe one at work. I mean, who knows? But yeah, that's what I did this week. So I had a finish. I had a little bit of a haul. I did some whips. I'm going to try to touch some things I haven't touched in a while this week, along with a couple of the ones that I am trying to move along. So we'll see how it goes this week. This week is another kind of odd week. I have a really long day on Tuesday. I think I'll be working about 12 hours on Tuesday. And then if the weather holds and they open up the road in the mountains, we're having another bout of rain, not snow this week, but rain. And I'm scheduled to go on a retreat with some high school and middle school kids through work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're expecting another rainstorm, and I think they've just now opened the road to where we're going. A day or two ago from the snow, they got tons and tons of snow, and they had to dig out. It took them a while to dig out. They're still digging out, actually, at the higher elevations. But if I go, then I'm not going to be able to do my video next week until Sunday. So keep in mind that it might be a day or two late. If I don't go, then I'll do a video on Saturday. We'll see how it goes. I love going there. It's a beautiful camp. It's not too high up. The elevation's not too bad. It sits at about 5,500, 6,500 feet. So elevation's not bad. It's cold. There will definitely be snow on the ground this time, which the kids just love. We kind of lose them when there's snow because city kids in Southern California don't often get to see snow, and that's why we go at this time of year, is to get some snow. But this was a pretty big storm that came through last week, and it dumped a lot of snow, and roofs are caving in the higher elevations, and it's caused its own problems that we don't often see here. So anyways, we'll see. So anyways, that's it for me. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you've made it to the end, I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope you enjoyed my stitching and my little dog. It's so cute. We have to come up with a name. I don't know what I should call it. If you have a suggestion on what I should call her, I think it should be a girl, because pink. Drop it in the comment box. We'll name her. But anyways, thank you so much. Again, subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video, and until next time, happy stitching. Bye.